Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Coons. It's January 1st, 2026. Happy New Year. All right guys, we got a new year starting, and what I've been doing the last few years is kind of reviewing my best shots of the previous year. I meant to get this thing up yesterday, but you know, life happens, so we're doing it today. But I want to go over a little bit of a review on my best photographs from 2025. And I always kind of start out this video with that quote from Ansel Adams, and I'm going to paraphrase, but basically he said, if you get, you know, like a handful of shots, good shots in a year's time, you've had a good year. Now, I totally understand that quote because I make a living as a photographer. I take a lot of photographs in the course of a year, and I like to think that I take a lot of really good photographs in the course of a year, but not all of those images really stand out to me as like the best of the best. I mean, they're pretty. I made a living doing it. Somebody paid me, somebody hired me to do it. And they're nice photographs, but there are always a handful of shots that really kind of stand out and say, this is one of the better shots. I'm really, really proud of this one. Now, to give a little bit of a review for 2025, I took a job in March shooting full-time for a company called Microtech Knives. I was freelancing full-time before that, and even after I took that job, I still did some freelance work. And I did some really neat freelance jobs. I got to work for Elysian Magazine 3 times. I can only show you one of them because the other 2 shoots have yet to be published. They're coming in an upcoming catalog or magazine that's coming up. But that was really a great shoot. Of course, our Santa shoot in December was fantastic as always. I always get some really neat shots from the Santa shoot. And I did a few weddings that, you know, produced some really neat photographs as well. I also did a couple things here in the studio for this channel specifically, shots that I really am proud of, that I really liked. And then of course working full-time at Microtech on a weekly basis. I'm photographing a lot of different knives, and a lot of stuff that I've produced for them is stuff that I'm very proud of. Did a lot of neat photographs, a lot of pretty knives, and I mean that was just a great experience this year to get to be a part of all of that. And what I'm showing here is just a small, probably about half of what I really produced in the course of the last year for Microtech Knives. Now, even though I produced a lot of work that I'm very proud of, and I would say was really good photography, there's only a couple really standouts this year, and I'm going to show this one from Microtech. This particular shot was of one of the Masterpiece knives, and I don't know if you guys know anything about these, but Tony Marfione is the owner of Microtech, and he's got this line of Masterpiece knives, and to be honest, they're gorgeous. Whether you're into knives or not, they are just impressive, and honestly just, they're works of art. So when I photograph them, I have this mindset that I've got to do something that is very artistic to keep up with the quality and expertise of this knife. So this one particular Masterpiece knife that I photographed, for whatever reason, this image just came across kind of like an art piece as opposed to just a product shot. So this was probably one of the standouts as far as what I did at Microtech. But as far as everything else I did, there was one shot that I considered to be a favorite. It was a shot I did in Folly Beach. I actually shared it on this channel back when I did it. It just happened to be something that we walked past when we were spending 3 or 4 days at Folly Beach. Bunch of surfboards against this house. The lighting was just perfect that afternoon when we were walking by, so I took a handful of shots. For whatever reason, this shot just kind of stands out as one of my favorites from the year. And really, when it comes to these favorite shots, what I think makes a favorite image, and I I forget this, but I remember every time I go to put these together. Most of my favorite images that I've ever taken, and this one is no exception, have a memory or a story that goes with it. It wasn't just a job that you did for somebody to take pretty pictures. There's a memory to it. There was a moment. In this case, I was on vacation with my wife. The lighting just happened to be right. The scene was just there, and I got the shot. So, I don't know. That's why this one stood out to me. And, you know, usually you have a handful of shots that are favorites. This year I've got really basically that one, maybe two. And, but overall, 2025 was an amazing year. Yeah, it was a really good year, and I'm looking forward to 2026. It's looking very promising. Happy New Year to everybody. I pray that the Lord will bless you and give you an amazingly prosperous 2026. I look forward to hearing from you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, think about it. Leave me a comment. I always appreciate that. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.